it's there. It's like a giant obelisk.
Weighs about the same as my truck.
Golf simulator, I think will fit nicely right here.
Hey guys, Matt here. Obviously we are at the site of our new headquarters. We are not done yet, but we're getting close, and we realize it's been a little while since we've given you an update. We've kind of had our heads down preparing for the move and doing our part of the construction here. So while we're here wrapping up for the day, everybody else has gone home, I think with the exception of a couple of people. We thought we'd give you a quick tour of where we're sitting right now and kind of some of our plan going forward. We're going to have 1,000 amp service, but 1,000 amp gear, the boxes and shit is harder to come by.
Gotcha.
So that's what we're set up for over there. Because that stuff could potentially not be here until July or, August, we decided to finish the build and the installation using, you can tell this is not new. We bought this off of a building.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So once the guts of our 1,000 amp stuff gets here, we'll build all of that, basically switch it over inside, and then this can all be pulled out, and I'll probably try and resell it.
Boy.
So it costs like 20 grand to buy this stuff, have it installed, and have it undone and redone. But the alternative is that we stand around hoping stuff shows up into July or August, which is...
We're wasting the use of the building until then.
We are waiting for the canopy still. The canopy will go across our main storefront doors and the man door over there above the top. So like similar in idea to those, but a really nice like commercial, I think it was like $9,000 or something like that. But
A little more showy.
yeah, these will be the ones that you see outside of like, higher end office buildings, or even like, sometimes like new fast food places or grocery store, that type of stuff. And I wanted this to look like motion sensors.
Yeah, I noticed that when I came here before. Here we are in the conference room. Yeah, so for perspective, this is double the size of the office space right in here that we're currently using. It's
The entire office.
Yeah.
So you can fit a pretty big conference room table here. TV on the wall, whiteboard right here, probably like a piece of art or something here. We're gonna do something to like kind of acoustically treat. You can hear the echo right now because it's all hard spaces, and the floor obviously is polished concrete. But there are some nice like acoustic solutions that'll help it sound normal. We'll do window treatment of some sort pretty soon because on the sunny day the sun blasts through here in the afternoon. They run the power and HDMI up to here. Like these floors are supposed to look kind of raw and like if I was concerned about a uniform finish, we would just have epoxy coated it. It's really like cost wise it's not any different. I like kind of the raw industrial, but still smooth, still clean.
The ceiling isn't fully hung yet.
Yeah, this is nice in here. Yeah. I like it. The ceiling feels nice and high. You can already tell the acoustics are better.
Yeah, it really absorbs well.
Once there's carpet and furniture in here, it'll be great. And then figure out a layout. It's tough because there's so much more room in here than it. Like our current office is like half the size of this.
Exactly.
There are 5 of us.
Oh man, I also didn't see the fan up there.
Yeah. I'll have to wipe these walls down, but this is gonna be so badass.
This was where I first found out those lights are automatic. Got me going.
Yeah. So we'll have a rack here with our primary kind of equipment. These obviously, this is the cabling for everything in or attached to the office area. A lot of this is like data and phone and some cameras. And then between the two IT racks, this piece of conduit with this pull string goes down under the concrete, out to the wall, and then up the wall.
Okay.
To that secondary IT rack up at the ceiling. So we'll pull a fiber optic cable through there. So it'll be as if the two of them are next to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
But we can't do anything until the flooring guys get in and do the vinyl tile on the floor.
Oh, so this would be vinyl, not carpet.
We're not gonna open that door, but that's.
Alright, men's bathroom, water fountain. Got the break room on the corner back here. Do they have any dates in mind for the cabinetry and such going in?
I think they're just kind of waiting until nobody's in the way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's like a one-day thing to come in and put that stuff in. Yeah, they do such a nice, tidy job.
It looks beautiful.
It's also like straight and
yeah.
it's fun. You can tell where they are because all the foot traffic
Oh, you're right.
scraped off the white bullshit from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this cabinet, the guts for this cabinet are one of the items that we're waiting for that could arrive sometime tomorrow or towards the end of the summer. They just ship stuff whenever it's ready. So that's why we bought the other equipment, is to be able, like, we needed to take control from a timing perspective. These guys have been awesome.
It's a lot of work.
So we will put a padlock over here.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a stop. We need to add a stop.
And I'm sure they're gonna paint it, I assume.
Yeah, there's still painting to do on this and on the handrail. And a little section back here.
Wow.
But this will allow us to lift things up here with a forklift.
That's great. Boy.
It's really nice up here in the morning.
All that light
And
coming
in
in.
the afternoon, the light coming through. Be a cool spot to be able to, like, have a couple chairs or a little coffee table, or you know, be able to grab your laptop and have a kind of a different place to work, a little change of scenery.
Once you're physically standing in here, it feels large.
Right. Yeah.
But
From down there, it's kind of like, yep, that's like the a little tree
storage.
fort.
Yeah. No,
Holy shit, it's 3,000 square feet,
it's a lot of space.
and it even, like, from down there,
Yes,
it looks like
yes.
the ceiling's low,
Still,
but, like, you know, this light's
it's what, 10 feet?
10 feet.
Yeah. Unreal.
So golf simulator, I think will fit nicely right here. So it's kind of cool that the fan is at
eye level on here.
Hopefully I tighten those down well. They move really fast, but it's kind of scary. Normal speed, they're just kind of like,
Lazily, sort of
Yeah.
doing it. Yeah, but that tip speed, I'm sure, is moving.
yeah, it's just big airfoil, so they move a lot of air. So the bottom of these lights is at 21 feet.
Okay.
We're gonna have pallet racking up to 16 feet with a 4-foot pallet on top.
4 foot, yeah.
So the top of what we're storing is essentially going to be at the lights. Now the lights are laid out here so that they're not above any racking.
Mm-hmm.
We have those two other big ass fans,
The ground foot
the
fans,
floor
right?
ones,
Yep.
that we can use to easily move a lot of air through here. But these are not really feasible out there.
Makes sense. This is what was going to be the rental space, but we need the space.
Car storage.
Compared to what we have in parking spots? In your driveway?
Yes, that would be nice. They're different sprinkler heads. My understanding is it's like a 3-day thing to scrub it and clean it and seal it.
What do they seal it with also? What is the
Sealant.
sealant? Floor sealant.
I don't know. Just to keep it from creating dust. I mean, this is like, so I think they refer to this type of concrete as flat work. And this is very, as flat work goes, this is like very high-end work. The company that did it happens to be, it's like their thing. It creates dust.
Yeah.
The sealing will prevent that. It's gonna come down here and it's gonna stop. Like one bay shy of the end. So I'll probably stop right here. A row against the wall, 10-foot aisle, another row back to back. Ends like right here. Another 10-foot aisle, and then 2 more back-to-back rows. But these 2 back-to-back rows are gonna start even further in. Call it like this.
Okay, so we have a good amount of room.
So we're leaving this area open to figure out what picking, packing, shipping looks like.
Okay.
Once we figure that out, it's very easy to add to the racking and fill in the gaps.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of pallet racking?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if we had one against the wall.
Against that wall. Okay.
Which we're also going to skip for now.
Okay.
Because the uprights and the supports make fitting racking in there really inefficient.
That makes sense.
If you can picture that.
Yeah, yeah. They'd have to
start and stop. We can have pallets on the ground, tucked in on the floor. We're going to have labels for the bin locations.
Okay.
So, it'll be official and organized still, but I would guess we're going to have a picking and packing station of some sort over here, where there's like carts and people are getting pick tickets for orders and stuff. So we have a lot of data down here. 2 right there. I think one of those is an interior camera, one's exterior. There's a bundle of 3 up there. Again, interior and exterior plus a spare.
I'm sure you don't want to see another spool of data cable ever again in your life.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't too bad.
I just told the security guy I'm gonna run his cable.
Okay.
It's gonna get it done more quickly.
At least you have the insight as to exactly what's where. It's wild.
So, no. All the lighting is on occupancy sensors with a timer. And there's a lot of sensors.
Honestly, shooting in here with the wide angle with you in front of the camera, you get to really see the size of this place.
Got 3 more data cables hanging here for cameras in each aisle of racking.
Good.
Same thing there, you can see my mount hanging down.
Yep. I'm sure it feels good to get your hands in this whole project too, you know?
I like it, especially the IT stuff, since that's like my responsibility for now.
Yeah.
So that's the other rack.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So all the data, everything in the warehouse goes to that rack.
I think once the pallet racking is installed, we're really going to get a feel for what this space is going to, how much it's
16-foot pallet racking uprights are big.
Yeah.
I mean, to the bottom, the bottom of the fan blades here is like 18 feet. So imagine the racking going just about to the fan with pallets on top.
Mm-hmm.
It brings this, it'll make the scale feel tangible.
Yeah.
It's like the storefront, they call it. I think that's what these doors are called. That's the term.
Yeah.
These storefront doors. But so visitors will come through here. Kind of the natural front door.
Okay.
We don't have a lot of those now. I think that could change over time. This is all still open because to install the canopy outside, they have to be able to bolt through the wall. So if you go into the office next door, you'll see that. The same thing there.
Still open.
This is going to have carpet.
A little airlock for folks.
It looks small again because it's empty. If we wanted to park a Raptor in here, there's still plenty of room to move around and function.
Yeah.
So that'd be kind of fun to be able to park a car here if we want. This would be, again, it's kind of this mix of designing for what we need and want, and also designing for to make it a valuable space for anybody.
Yeah. Future.
So showroom. You can picture a reception desk here, that kind of thing. Wow. It's kind of funny on the plans and stuff. They call this the garage. If you ask Mike,
It's the
what room
garage.
is this? It's the garage. Yeah. So this would be an engineering office.
Nice.
Plenty of space if you wanted to have 2-3 people in here.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get a little tight,
Yeah.
it's not hard to imagine 3 or even 4 people working over there.
Certainly.
Same thing here.
Yeah.
So
And considering we don't have any need for a reception.
exactly. So that's one of those things. Before we spend the money to convert upstairs to offices, or partially, it would be full here.
Gotcha.
So before that happens, we have people at desks in these areas.
Yeah. Boy.
The white goes all the way up, which is just tall.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then back there, potentially a big red neon Built Right logo. I see the logo being here though too.
It's it's a blank canvas, really.
These are 18-foot fans. The blades are about 8 feet long, plus about 2 feet for the hub in the center. So wingtip to wingtip, 18 feet. You can get them up to like 24 feet, I think. They make them really, really large. But for our space, this is right. And the 2 fans will essentially work together to create this like down and then up sort of thing.
Gotcha.
In the middle, and then obviously it'll come up the sides too. So this space should be really comfortable. Like right now, I think we're heating the entire building to 62, but it's it's probably 10 degrees hotter up top.
Yeah, while these are still, it's definitely, you notice when you go up into the mezzanine.
It's a lot warmer up there.
Yeah. But it is not uncomfortable in here at all. It's very nice.
No, 62 feels fine.
For some reason, it does not feel cold.
Because at our current shop, it feels a little chilly.
Yeah, 62.
But this is like, this is probably the right temperature. If we didn't even change the thermostat and we just turned the fans on, it would get warmer. Because it's going to push that air down. They did like a whole analysis. It lowers the perceived temperature like 10 or 11 degrees.
Wow.
Which,
that's significant.
From 82 to 71, that's the difference between like a hot space and like air conditioned.
Exactly. Yeah.
I also just think that the fact that you and Maddie hung them is that extra cool factor of
extra cool or extra scary, depending on.
Extra. Hope you feel comfortable working underneath it.
We did a good job.
No, it looks.
And there's safety cables.
I'll trust it. Oh, it's big enough for cornhole. That's for sure. Got some
activities back here.
Some new neighbors. Looking at this space, thinking about when it was just a grass plot, and we were like 10 feet below where we are right now it's kind of mind-blowing.
And over there was a hill. I mean, that was in the ground.
Yep.
All right, so that is it. Thanks for sticking around. If you have any questions, find us in the comments, call us, email. We're happy to talk about this. It's an exciting project. In the next month, about a month from now, we're going to be shipping our first packages from this facility. So there's a lot that needs to happen between now and then. Finish the floors, install racking, move our inventory, set up offices. It's going to be a busy few weeks. We're going to try to keep you guys in the loop a little bit, whether that's through emails or social posts. We're going to try to have some fun with it, but we also have a lot to do. So again, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.